Today, welcome to another episode of Real Talk. Real Talk is brought to you by the fine sponsors at Tango Theaters, where you can catch all of your favorite movies. We did the Avengers a few weeks ago. We did a tribute to John Singleton last week, and with Mother's Day just passing, today's episode is going to be about the most memorable mothers in movie history. And they don't have to be good mothers or bad mothers. They're just a mother figure that's most memorable to us here. But before we get on to that,
because he was a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's guys. It's derailed into this not even 1 minute into the podcast, and Jason's already ruined it. But before we get into that, we want to just talk a little bit about movies that we saw over the weekend. I watched The Intruder this weekend. It stars Dennis Quaid and Megan Good.
I watched Palms, starring Diane Keaton. Keaton.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. It was funny. It was really funny. So she's basically an old lady that is sick, and she moves into a retirement home, and she starts a cheerleading team in the retirement home. So it's funny.
How old is Diane Keaton now in real life? Because remember when she was
pretty old.
When she was on The Young Pope, she was not young.
No.
I mean, remember she was like what, in her 30s, Uncle Kim, when she made The Godfather.
She looks great, though.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She's funny. She's hilarious.
So that was a really funny movie.
Yeah, so me and Ken watched movies. I know you didn't.
I watched a movie. I streamed The Unicorn, which won an award last year at 2018 at South by Southwest, and now I watched it on Hulu. But it's really, really funny.
Well, you know what other movie won an award, and which is actually not that great, was the Ted Bundy movie.
Oh, Seriously Wicked or something?
Yeah. Everybody is bashing that movie. Everyone is saying, God, that movie's so terrible.
It was not good.
I didn't watch it, so
honestly,
it's the way it's laid out, right?
It just really is. Yeah, maybe the way it's laid out. It just has a bunch of stuff going on with no, real backstory or explanation of whatever's going on. And unless you maybe watch the documentary,
But you're seeing that a lot with Netflix. Netflix will actually buy documentaries that give you somewhat of a backstory, and then they'll produce an original film on top of it, or to correspond with it. They did that with that one movie about how National Lampoon started.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that was really good though.
So
how was your movie?
I liked it. It was called Intruder, and see, this is I think is an interesting thing is if you go to review sites, it has a 20% Rotten Tomatoes score. Right, which is really low, but it was a long, eventful weekend. I just really wanted to relax and watch something cool and fun, and this movie was definitely fun, and it was way better than I thought it would be. Megan Good and her husband, I can't remember his name. They're affluent young couple who buy a home in Napa Valley from Dennis Quaid, and it's just about how there is someone who is stalking them on the property, the Megan Good and her husband, and it's really, really interesting, really cool. I liked it. It's called Intruder. Definitely check that out. You can watch it at Tango Theaters for sure. There's a lot of good movies at Tango Theaters right now.
Okay,
Shazam, Intruder.
Have any of you guys watched
Pikachu?
Avengers Endgame again?
I watched Avengers Pikachu.
I went back to the theater and I watched Avengers Endgame for the second time, and I went with a buddy of mine who has now seen it 4 times in the theater.
I was about to over the weekend with my mom. She really wants to watch it, but I think that was the night we were doing Uproar. Mm-hmm. So the only movie that was showing at the time that we could go was Palms. But she wanted to watch that too, so...
My wife hasn't watched it yet, and she wants to watch it. We were trying to watch it the other day, but it's a 3-hour movie, and you really just
that's another reason she doesn't want to watch it at night. Yeah,
you know what? Watching it the second time and really because I knew everything that was going to happen. I knew when the big punchlines and the big the big quotables were going to happen, and the surprises. I really paid attention to the acting, and man, Robert Downey Jr. is good in that movie.
Yeah.
He really crushes it in several scenes.
I think they all crush it. I think even Chris Evans as Captain America. I think they really.
He's really good.
They really took.
They're all perfect for the part.
And I actually
casting director.
And you know what was crazy is I actually counted on my hands the number of words that different characters said. Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch said 11 words. Benedict Cumberbatch said 9 words.
That's one of the things you paid attention to.
Yeah, Chadwick. Black Panther was completely. He was expendable. I get it. It's an interesting way. Basically they were like cameos. He said 4 words in English in the entire movie.
You know. Anyway, we're going off topic here. Let's jump back on.
Mother.
This is the Mother podcast. So we're just going to go down the row and just name a
round
mother.
robin, right?
Yeah, round robin. We're going to go through a little rotation and just name popular iconic mother figures in movies.
Mother figures? I thought you were going to say something else.
So, Jason, why don't you start?
Popular mother figure.
Why don't you start us off?
Okay. This one's a little bit of a twist right off the bat, right? Ellen Ripley from Aliens.
Oh, man, I was going to... Okay.
Were you going to do that? Okay.
No. Actually, I wasn't, so...
Now, the interesting thing about, of course, played by Sigourney Weaver, my favorite of the Alien movies, the reason why I like her character so much is because she's not a mother. She has no children of herself, but she discovers the sole survivor of the attack on that colony. And it's this little girl named Newt. Yeah. And she's super, super brave, but she's incredibly scared because they only come at night, mostly. And she hides from all these aliens and everything like that, but she's figured out how to survive. And she protects her, she winds up losing her, and she goes back into the facility to go get the little girl. And when she does at the end of the movie, she runs into her arms and she goes, "Mommy!"
I like that pick. I think that's a good pick.
Matriarchal spirit in the purest sense.
I'll take it. One of my honorable mentions actually was the Queen.
The Queen alien.
Yeah. I mean, she's the Queen, right?
I like that.
That's it. But, she's the real mother.
Yeah. But, I mean...
And, hey, she was protecting her young.
That's exactly what Ripley was doing.
And she fought until the death to protect... I mean... Dude,
that was awesome.
How many people did she win?
This is an awesome movie, right?
She tore Bishop in half.
Really. But
did you watch Aliens, Asha?
I have watched Aliens.
That's such a good movie.
It is, definitely. That's a good one.
Well, and to your point, I mean, I guess we can both agree on that. The final scene is Ellen Ripley fighting the Queen.
In the mech suit, right?
In the in the loader.
Yeah, it was awesome. I liked it.
Oh.
I'll take
all
that
of
one.
those movies.
That's a good
awesome.
one, Chase.
Okay.
Okay, mine is Sandra Bullock in Blindside.
I was going to say that.
Were you going to say that one?
Yeah.
Jason has like 10 on his list.
Because this is like, that's a true story, right?
Leanne Tui, nicest person in the world.
And who took in, man, I don't even know what his name is.
Jonathan Orr.
That kid.
Yeah, there you go, Jonathan.
No.
Jonathan Orr?
No, not Jonathan.
Arthur Orr.
Michael Orr.
Michael Orr,
sorry.
Okay, sorry, man.
I think of Jonathan Ogden.
Sorry.
The other Hall of Fame offensive lineman for the Baltimore.
But yeah, and
Michael Orr.
raise him and,
he's got a Super Bowl ring.
Help him get that education and, get him into professional football and, like a family, a nice
She's a good mom. She's a good mom.
I know,
and she was such a strong character in that movie too, right?
Yeah.
What were you going to say? To be what?
But to be that kind, yeah, she was a very good Christian woman. She and her husband were incredibly wealthy and very, very successful. They had a loving family, and she opened her home up to some guy she just saw, on a street corner, and said, and like what? After a couple of months of living with them, she's like, oh, we were wondering if you'd like to be part of our family, and he goes, oh, I thought I already was. And that was Sandra Bullock's first Academy Award win for Best Actress.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was a good movie.
Very well deserved, though.
Okay, Ash, what do you have?
That's a really good mother.
Melissa McCarthy in Life of the Party. She plays a mother going through a divorce. So she wants to go back to college to get her education. And her daughter's also going to college the same time. Like it's, I think, her first year of college. And so her daughter and all of the daughter's friends, like, they have their own problems they're dealing with, and she just kind of, like, helps them overcome those. But the daughter and her friends also help the mom get more out there, like, with the dad's divorce and all of this stuff. It's a good movie. You guys haven't... It's funny. It's right? So funny. Daughter? No, I don't think she's the daughter.
And this is the movie that actually shows Melissa McCarthy's softer side, finally, right? Because she was always like the big, goofy, physical comedy.
She's still. It's a comedy. It's funny, yeah. So, but yeah, she kind of has more of a softer side. But it's hilarious. There's this one scene where she gets so nervous to speak in front of a class when she has to do like a project or a presentation. So like, she gets she has like a fear of speaking, so she starts sweating. Like, and every scene, there's more sweat. Like, it's so crazy. And she's like about to pass out while she's doing her presentation. But the scene itself is just funny.
Yeah, I think
it reminds me of like my first big presentation in front of the class. And
you were sweating profusely?
No, I was just like so nervous, and I couldn't talk. Like, you're trying to speak, but you're just like cracking. I don't know, it was funny.
Yeah, I think she really got unfairly labeled early in her career as like, okay, well, you know, we've seen this before, you're just Chris Farley. But that's what I was saying. It's nice that like she's starting to carve out her.
Yeah, she was a little bit more calmed down with the comedy in that one, but it's still funny. She still has her parts where she's like cracking jokes and all of this stuff.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Uncle Ken's got his list too.
I got a list here, but you know, this is old time movie. I like Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
that's a good pick.
Oh, I never
really protecting her child.
I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That is
I want to
good.
rewatch that movie.
I don't, because I remember how much that traumatized me. I mean, that's a really good pick.
Real traumatic.
Have fun, Asha, have fun, enjoy.
Does that movie
I
hold
love
up?
horror movies.
Yeah, maybe we should watch that. One lunch,
Yeah.
we should just bring that in.
Down.
Does that hold up? I wonder.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby is still.
Yeah, that's a classic, actually.
Okay.
It's so underrated.
So I guess since it's my turn, we'll swing this back up to like a positive note. We never even know Sally Field's name in Forrest Gump other than Mama. And you can even say that that's not necessarily Sally Field's best mother movie, because most people would say Steel Magnolias, but I thought she really sold being Mama Gump in Forrest Gump. And she's only like in 3 scenes.
Man, you know what, Jace? You are finally picking some good answers.
Life is like a box of chocolates,
2
Paul.
seasons of the podcast.
You never know what you're going to get.
You finally, you're making some good choices. I like that. I think that's
I mean, she truly proved that she would do anything for her son. She was a single mother. Did they
slept with a teacher.
Yes. Seduced the doctor.
Oh, it's a doctor?
The doctor came over because he was fitting him for the things, and then like he comes out and he's like, "Man, boy, your mama sure does care about your education." He's like, and he's like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, that was funny. That's one of the most memorable scenes. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's a good.
You thought of all this? I mean, yeah, that is. I wouldn't say that was the most memorable, but I mean,
no,
But yeah, she gives her son confidence. She tells him to go out and be whatever you want. Believe in yourself. She goes, I believe in you for it. She's completely open with him despite, his, obvious shortcomings when she's about to die. He takes care of her. Obviously, he sent back all that money. He's a war hero and everything like that. I mean, is there any more characteristics about being a loving mother? That's why I picked her. I was like, you just felt that. She's like, I would do anything for this kid. Obviously, he's.
Man, how good is Forrest Gump? That is
yeah, honestly
one of the best movies. Even though there is a person in this podcast that thinks that
the CGI is not
great
because
Forrest
it is
Gump
not.
was crazy and it's not good. Like, wow.
You know what we're talking about, right, Ash? You've seen Forrest Gump, I'm sure.
The one where it's in black and white, where he's in the president's house or something.
Yeah. Congratulations, how's it feel to be an All-American? And the go back and listen to our other podcast, but the lips do not match the words, especially in the John Lennon scene when they're being interviewed with Dick Cavett. It's terrible.
Since we're on the positive end of the spectrum, how about Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yay!
Best one.
I got that on my
list. He plays. Well, are they divorced or are they separated?
They're going through a divorce.
They're going through the divorce, and he can't see the kids, but wants to see the kids, and so he fills in the ad to be the nanny for them, but obviously he has to dress up as an old British woman. Mrs. Doubtfire.
You for Doubtfire, dear.
Oh my God, that scene where was it a social worker comes by or something?
The other old lady.
The other old lady, and he has to keep changing back and forth.
And then he comes out and he's got
that's his sister. He's supposed to be like this. That's the sister
because his brother is Harvey Fierstein, who's the makeup artist. And
Oh my god,
that's so funny.
Man,
I like that movie. It was a good movie. That was a good movie.
And then she puts
That was
the
a very good movie.
the freaking
The meringue pie.
on her face, and she's making the tea, and then it drifts in the tea, and she's just like, "Oh, do you want some more or whatever?"
It's like, hello, dear. It's like,
Oh my god, I want to watch that movie now.
Or where he,
But
where she
ironically-
couldn't cook the food, and then she had to order the.
like the lobster.
Yeah,
But,
that was-
but ironically, Robin Williams is, because Sally Field again. He and Sally Field are getting a divorce because she goes, you goof off too much and you're not a good father. Mm-hmm. And he becomes a better parent by becoming a mom.
By becoming a nanny.
Yeah. But essentially, he's playing the role of a mom.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
And that is one of the movies that does not have the happy ending that you would think. The parents do not get back together. And but
still.
And he's got that nice voiceover, and he's like, and he becomes Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh dang, they don't get back together? I thought they did.
No, remember like that? He's like, Mrs. Doubtfire winds up having her own TV show, and she goes, oh, puppets. Sometimes mummies and daddies don't always get along, and they have to move away, but they still love you. Be good to each other, puppets.
That was a good one.
I've seen that movie a couple times.
All right, Josh, what do you got? I know.
Julie Andrews in Sound of Music
Ah.
plays the nanny. Was that on your list?
There's a lot of hopping around and dancing and singing.
I like musicals too, so I think that one.
So long.
I remember.
Farewell.
I watched that when I was a
Mary Poppins. You
kid.
should have Mary
When I
Poppins,
was a
so.
kid. Oh yeah, that one's good too.
Yeah, well, Mary Poppins
I
was
just
the nanny.
like Julie Andrews.
No, Mary Poppins was... Yeah, well, I guess nanny. Au pair, maybe.
Au pair,
Babysitter.
But Julie Andrews, yeah. That was...
She's just a lovable person
Yeah.
and everything. Even in Princess Diaries as the grandma. Have you ever watched?
Yeah. Oh, wow. No, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
I like that one.
And again, another instance of a really, really good mom character who technically is not the mom.
I know she's not the mom, and she does become the mom at the end. Like her and the dad get together, right?
Yeah, so
He
we got
falls in
Ripley,
love
who's
with
not
her.
the mom, Mrs.
Yeah.
Doubtfire, who's the dad, but not the mom, and then, yeah.
Dang, it's all these fake moms that make the best moms.
Robin
That's
Williams.
good. The essence of being a mom. Uncle Ken, your turn.
Well, I have a list here, and I noticed your list. You have some of my stuff there, or vice versa. Yeah, Lee Remick, the original Omen,
Ooh.
Mommy of Damien.
Man, you're going dark on this thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
the mother of
hey.
There we go.
That was some good acting there.
Wait, was that the one who jumped off the second floor and hanged herself?
No. Lee Remick was the mom that died.
No.
Because she was
Yeah.
hanging from the railing there. And
Yeah.
Damon's-
Anything for you, Damien?
And the amazing thing about that is in the remake of that movie, Mia Farrow played the house sitter, or the one that was the nanny.
and it was Julia Stiles who was the mom.
Yeah,
in the
right,
remake.
Julia
Yeah, that's
Stiles,
right. Yeah, she was good in that movie. I forgot about that.
When did the remake come out?
Maybe like 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Was it that recently? Okay.
It wasn't all that
Nah.
great.
Okay.
Actually.
That Uncle Ken's
Or
going,
maybe 10 years ago.
Uncle Ken's going dark here, but then that was a very I mean, do you imagine that to be the mother of God, Rosemary's Baby, and now the Omen?
Yeah.
You're giving birth to evil incarnate. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, mine is going to move back. God, far be it from me to be like the voice of positivity on today's podcast. And this one is a little bit of a collective vote. Beverly DAngelo as Ellen Griswold in the Vacation movies.
Oh yeah.
National Lampoon's Vacation,
I don't
Christmas
think I watched
Vacation.
any of those.
You've never seen any of them? You would really like those movies. I mean, she obviously loves her husband. They're very, very affectionate. They get it on so many times, a couple of times probably even inappropriately so. She truly loves her kids, and she's crazy.
And she's crazy.
She is nuts.
Yeah, she's not on my list, but
She's not on my list either,
But over a series of
right?
movies,
Yeah.
she was a good mother. I mean, they take their kids to Europe. They get all sorts of stupid stuff. They have the Anne who winds up dying in there. He's like, "Oh, can you have me a sandwich?"
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, very much
it's
so.
funny. It's funny.
He's like, "The dog peed in the sandwich." You have to watch Vacation. Oh my god, you would be cracking up.
It's called Vacation.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
National Lampoon, classic.
Classic.
Okay.
But just
Okay,
enduring
I thought that one was
Chevy
going to do a lot
Chase.
better. A lot
Just
better.
enduring Chevy Chase there. That's quite a task for her.
Yeah, to play alongside Chevy
Yeah,
Chase.
yeah.
I believe they also dated when they were
Shooting him.
when they were making the first movie. I think they had a thing.
I think they did too.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got Angelina Jolie, but not in the movie you guys think, in Beowulf. Because she was the demon.
What was she?
She was the demon who gave birth to the troll, right? And then Beowulf kills the troll. Oh, oops, spoiler. Anyway, so the son dies, and then she...
If you haven't a 7th grade education in literature, this is a big spoiler.
She tries to exact vengeance against Beowulf.
That's a good... I was also thinking of putting Angelina Jolie on my list for Alexander.
Oh, hey,
I thought you were
know
going
what?
to put the changeling
See,
or whatever.
Angelina Jolie has been a good mom in movies.
I don't know about real life, though.
No, she's
I think
adopted.
she's doing great in real
She's
life.
adopted half the
I'm
world.
joking.
At this point.
Half the world.
She's got a lot of kids.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she's a good TV mom or movie mom. Changeling, that's one where she was a good mom.
Yeah.
Alexander, I think that's a good one too. I mean, well, she's kind of crazy in Alexander.
No, but I mean,
iconic. It is iconic though.
And she was cast out, but still she raised her son and she goes, you will be the conqueror of the known world.
It's a good one.
When his own father, when King Philip I of Macedon didn't even give him any love, she was right there for him. So. All right, your turn.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Oh,
She's a great mom. Come on.
good one.
Did you ever watch Incredibles?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Animation counts, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
counts. It
totally.
counts.
Oh yeah, you put Beowulf.
It counts.
But yeah, she's a tough, badass mom. She's cool.
Did you like
She has
Incredibles 2?
superpowers.
Did you watch Incredibles 2? Is it 3 Incredibles or is there only 2?
I think there's 3, right? Or no, there's only 2.
No, there's only two because
Oh.
that was the one that everybody thought was going to win the Academy Award a couple months ago, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won for Best Animated Film.
Oh, wow. Oh, Mary.
Yeah, there's 2. Part 2 is
Mighty
the one
Pig-
that's more about her, right?
There is
More
no
about
Joy
the
in
mom.
Mudville. Mighty
Yeah.
Pixar has struck out, apparently.
I don't think I ever watched the second one, though. Or, like, I've seen parts of it, but
That's a good one.
I never really got it.
Uncle Kim, please tell us something that isn't a horror movie. Or
That's what all the best moms said.
I know.
that's true.
I think Cher did very, very well in Mask.
Oh, Mask. Ooh.
Good one.
That is a good one.
Did she win the award for that? Did she win the Oscar for playing Rocky
don't know.
Dennis's mom?
Which one's Mask?
I don't think she
Mask is
won, but I think she was.
She won for Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
I
yeah.
don't.
Face messed up.
Yeah, and a troubled mom hangs
Man,
out.
that is a really good one.
A true story hangs out
Sounds
with
like
like
a biker.
bikers. I mean,
Sam Elliott. Yeah.
did they even say like what that affliction that Rocky Dennis had was? Was it almost like what the Elephant Man?
The
had?
Elephant Man, yeah.
Yeah, it was like extreme, severe like bone growth.
It's crazy. That's such a good one.
I never watched
She
that
was
one.
good, and you would.
That was a good
Okay,
That was so sad.
If you think
man.
you cried a lot at A Star Is Born, you better bring 3 boxes of brand new boxes unopened of tissue if you go watch Mask. 'cause
It's a sad movie or a
sad.
scary
Very
movie?
sad.
No, it's
No, it's-
sad.
And,
It's a true
and
story.
Cher was
Drama.
just like
It's
right on the
great.
money,
It's
man.
amazing.
She was great.
the son who was in
It's
high school,
amazing.
his skull grew at like this insane pace, so his head was like 5 times.
And
the
he
size of-
wore a mask.
Well, they called it Mask because like the kids would tease him like it looked like he was wearing like a big mask, but
And you said it's based on a true story?
yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh,
was a true story.
that makes it.
And remember who played Rocky Dennis?
Eric
Eric
Stoltz.
Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Dude,
God, he was good.
Original cast, right?
man.
And he got fired right close there. But yeah, that's another story.
That is a good. That's a great pick. Okay, I'm going to try and follow that up with again another mom who wasn't really a mom, but her character was Joanna in Overboard, played by Goldie Hawn.
Oh, yes. And her real life husband, right?
Yeah, with real life husband Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
She's this.
No, that's the one that I was thinking.
She's this incredibly uppity, and everybody knows this. I mean, they remade the story
Love
with like
that movie.
Anna Faris.
I heard the remake was
Sucked.
not that great.
So she falls overboard, hence the name of the ship.
Yeah.
She gets amnesia. She was really, really mean to Kurt Russell, who's this like
Did he fix boats or what was his?
He was just a carpenter. He was a master
Okay,
carpenter.
he was a carpenter.
That was the tagline on his work truck. It said Dean Prophet, master carpenter.
So he did work on their boat.
Yeah, he was.
Okay,
he was
that's what it
he was
was.
making like their sliding like the walk-in closet.
Yeah,
all
she
of
was
her-
a bear.
Yeah, oh yeah. And so he goes, oh, you know what? I'm going to get this chick back. So he makes up this whole story. Oh, by the way, I'm your husband, and we're all of it. We live in this beyond trailer park. We're
She's dirt poor.
yeah. But then she whips their kids into shape.
She becomes a good mom.
Yeah,
And a good person.
And you know what? To this day, if I see that scene where she finally what is it? Something triggers her memory and she comes back. I think like the real life husband is trying to find her, and she's, wait a minute, I'm rich, kids, I'm rich. Oh, wait, you're not my kids. And she goes, you're not my husband. And then they wind up taking her away from that really poor environment, in a limo. And the kids are running up, and by that point they're banging on the windows and they're like, Mom, and she can't even look at them. I see that scene right now. I'm gonna lose it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that scene.
That was actually on my list until...
Oh, good.
Asha had another
Okay,
one.
so that was on my list, so that was part of it.
So I got one
Just
that's
kidding.
not on any of your lists.
List
Is Mother, movie Mother, Korean movie with Hye Jae Kim. You can watch this on streaming services. I'm
Is
sure.
it a horror movie?
It is a thriller. I wouldn't say it's a horror movie, but basically she's an old, elderly woman, lives in this rural area of Korea, and her son is 24, 25 years old. But he's mentally challenged, he's mentally ill, and he can't really do a lot of things on his own. And he gets accused of a murder. Some girl ends up dead, and they peg him as the suspect. So it just shows the extent that she will go to as a mother to protect her child in the film. It is a really, really good movie. You guys definitely should watch it. It's one of the best Korean movies ever. Yeah.
You've only
that's
said
my
that
pick.
about 100 different Korean movies now. But
Well, Korean cinema is really, really good. So catch that one. It's called Mother.
Nice.
I gotta do that sometime. Watch a Korean movie.
Yeah.
We're going to just skip me and go on over to Uncle Kim.
Wait, why are we skipping?
Why do we got to do your last one?
Oh, because
do my last one?
or because
Well,
you
we
and I
still
had
have one more
Overboard.
round.
Oh, do we have one more round?
Okay. So because you and I had Overboard and
Yeah.
so I jacked one of your.
Okay, Uncle Kim, what do you have?
I have, let's just touch a little bit on horror movies and stuff like this. Anthony Perkins on Psycho had a good relationship with mommy, if you know what I
Technically,
mean.
he was his own mother.
There you
You
go.
guys are talking about this.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
we-
great acting and a great actress, Meryl Streep. Kramer versus Kramer with Dustin Hoffman. That was back in 1979
Meryl
when they made
Streep
that
is
movie.
a phenomenal
Meryl Streep
actress.
is a goddess.
Yeah, she is a goddess, and I had
Love
to
her.
mention her in this. But,
I like that one
but,
for
you know,
Anthony Perkins in Psycho.
but she left her hubby, and that's how it became real popular at that time.
Anthony
She
Perkins
was
is a
not
really
all
good
that.
mom because he's his own mom, who's him, who's his mom.
She wasn't really a great mom in that movie. She was just trying to really get back at Dustin Hoffman, which is the Kramer part. She ended up getting the children towards the end. It was a custody battle, but it was
Yeah,
great.
that was a good one.
And man, that lady could act.
Yeah.
I mean, she is. You know.
What do you got?
Okay, I got another. The Birdcage,
The bird
played by
cage.
Nathan Lane, who is the
And Robin Williams.
love. No, they were married. They were married. He was married to Robin Williams' character, but Nathan Lane plays Albert Goldman, who is the mother of the Callista Flockhart is the daughter-in-law to be. I forgot what the actor's name, but man, he was so funny in that movie. He's so good, and at the end of the movie, when Gene Hackman's character comes in, he goes, "Wait, but you're a woman," and he goes, "No." He goes, and the scheme is revealed, and then the son goes over there because they're basically trying to make it because he's such a conservative senator that they don't want to reveal that he's a gay couple. Then he goes, "No." He goes, "These are my parents," and then he pulls the wig off, and and he goes, "And this is my mother," and he gives her a kiss on the cheek. It's a very, very touching moment, and he's unbelievably fun. That whole cast was amazing.
It was a funny movie.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My last one is Mrs. Voorhees in Friday the 13th.
Because you heard me say that earlier.
You didn't say that.
You heard
Did you say that today?
I don't
Betsy,
know.
Betsy Palmer.
Did you say that? You didn't say that.
Yeah, well.
Did you? No, you probably didn't. But yeah, that's my pick. So, the original Friday the 13th.
She truly
right?
proved that she loved her son.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's just, I guess the whole I mean, everyone thinks of Jason, right? Jason Voorhees when you think of Friday the 13th, but to know that the first movie is actually the killer is actually the mom, and
she killed Kevin Bacon in his very first movie.
Yeah.
Jason
That was a
my
great
son,
movie.
and today is his birthday.
It's like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, that movie is so that's what is. Do you think that's the best
Kill her,
Friday
Mommy.
the 13th?
Killer.
Do you think the original one is better than the other ones?
Part 1 is not the best movie.
You don't think so?
You can watch part 1 over and over and over and enjoy it, but part 1, in my opinion, is not the best of the series. Part 4 is.
Part 4.
The final Friday.
Dang, there's 4?
No, there's actually
like
14.
12 or something. Or yeah, there's a ton. It's crazy.
Jason goes to Manhattan. Jason goes to hell.
Jason goes to space.
Jason goes to space. Yeah,
Jason goes to hell. That was
Jason
so
goes
crazy.
to space?
Yeah, Jason
Yeah,
X
Jason
is he
goes-
winds up
Jason
going,
X.
and it's in the future, and he's in outer space.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah,
That one
that
was
was cool.
funny.
Yeah, that one was more funny. There's
Yeah,
the
there's a lot
reboot.
of-
I mean, there's a lot of Friday the 13th. This is crazy.
Dang.
It's too much, man.
That's way too much.
Yeah, but and she was only in one movie. Well, technically,
Yeah.
her head was in part 2 and in part 3 as the shrine. But
Oh, God.
that's a good pick.
Cool.
All right, Ash, what's your
Can I
last one?
mention 2 other movies?
Sure.
Okay. How about the mom over in The Exorcist? The Exorcist.
Yep.
Exorcist.
And
Reagan's
JoBeth Williams.
Reagan's mom.
Yeah, Reagan's mom. And,
Can you imagine what
JoBeth
that's
Williams
like?
And Poltergeist.
I couldn't. Poltergeist.
Man, Uncle Ken is really going dark today.
Very dark.
If you're not
Well,
giving,
that's where
There's
that's
a
the
lot
best
of
time
good
for
moms.
moms
Then
to
you're
come
possessed by a
out and
demon.
show how much they love or hate their child. You know, so it's
That's
not
true.
too bad. Yeah.
Like, what's her face?
I mean, I really
in
like
The Conjuring.
Yeah, what is her name? Gosh, what's
Lori?
that?
No, it's not Lori.
Annabelle. No, that's
No, it is
Is it Lori?
Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, right?
Elizabeth Warren.
Is that her name?
Is her name Lori in it?
Who's
Is it not Elizabeth?
I don't think so.
Elizabeth Warren is the senator, right?
Is that not also her name in the what is it? Man, we need to Google it. Someone Google the Conjuring. Or how about what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis in the Halloween.
Okay, I had
Right.
that as one of my.
Because you guys watched the most recent Halloween,
Well, yeah, and she's the grandmother.
so she's the grandmother,
And she's the sister of Michael Myers. Okay. I had that as my honorable mention. Basically, anything Jamie Lee Curtis has ever been in, True Lies. She was great.
Freaky
Man,
Friday.
She was a Freaky Friday. Thank you. That was Halloween. She was the mother of Eliza Dushku and the wife of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
True Lies, yeah.
And she was for that one scene when she takes out you watch True Lies, right, Ash?
No.
When she takes out like the flowers and she's like, okay, gotta be sexy, gotta get the tear. She's got this like total like 1940s like mom, and she's like, tear this off, get the.
There's one thing that I
She
always
looked
see.
fine, and she was like
She
50 years
was-
old.
There's
Yes.
one thing that I always see on the internet of her, and it's like she's at a gym class or something, and she's wearing all the tights, and what's his face is in it. God, what's his name? The one who plays in Grease.
John Travolta.
John Travolta. I had a major brain fart. What movie is that? Where they're like in a gym class and
Oh, from the
she's
70s.
doing these weird like moves.
From the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that was. Yeah, not Let's
Uh-huh.
Get Physical.
And it shows, and John Travolta's in her class. And
double?
she's like the.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Body Double? It might be Body Double.
I don't know, but it was a weird.
Yeah, and they're
scene.
doing like some jazzercise thing. Right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
jazzercise. And what she's wearing is just crazy. And he's in the class, and he's doing all these weird moves. I don't know. I see it on the internet a lot, and I'm just like,
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, the headbands were very popular back in
Yes.
the late 70s and 80s.
Let's get physical.
Pastel, yeah. Oh, it's your turn now, right? That was a good
yeah.
one.
Okay, my last one is Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor in Terminator.
Ooh.
She's the baddest mom.
Man,
She's a bad one.
wasn't she?
Man, how like
Now,
this is like 92, right? Is that when Terminator 2 came out?
yeah,
So
summer of '91, actually. That was right before my senior year.
I mean,
Oh, that was right after I got born.
Fitness and what we consider to be like the higher than average level of fitness has changed over the course of like past 20, 30 years, right? Mm-hmm. But at its time, like Linda Hamilton, even by today's standards, Linda Hamilton was
Shredded.
She was
fit.
shredded. She is
was
shredded, or what?
She was
ridiculous.
Wait, was she shredded or swole?
Shredded.
Well, she was shredded.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Remember doing like the one arm
pull-ups,
push-up?
the one-arm push-up.
Wait, you're talking about the whole Terminator series or just T2?
All of them.
Because T2, she was.
Dude.
Whatever she was in.
And remember, she went from
The one-handed shotgun thing?
Oh, man.
Sheesh. Dude, that was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, well, because the T-1000 only like stabbed her through the shoulder, so she.
Dude, that was so crazy. She was so
She's
ripped. Like,
Crazy.
that was amazing.
But about being a mother, was she doing that more for herself to kill the Terminator, or was she doing that to protect her son John?
Well, I mean, it's for
Yeah,
both. It's
for
not
both,
mutually
yeah.
exclusive,
Both.
right? Like, you know, the goal is the same. Right?
Because she would remember John tried to get so close to her after she broke out of prison, and she really was not close to him for a while in that movie in T2. They only really I mean
That's the one where he's like a kid and he's
Yeah.
stealing money from the
Yeah.
ATM.
do the thing.
Have you seen John Connor?
The
Oh, the
top
guy and
thing,
his
the top.
freaking
Yeah,
finger
because
gets all long.
it turns into a sword.
Yeah.
Where she's not my mom.
Oh, Edward Furlong. He's like, he's going on there he's like, and his friend's like picking him up. He's like, and the stepdad or the foster dad was like, he's like, John, get in the house and go help your mom, you little craphead. She's not my real mom, Todd.
That was the best.
Dude, but I mean, okay, I always felt though,
Dude, I love Edward Furlong.
I-
Man, like, too bad the guy's career just fizzled out
well,
right
he-
after that.
He had problems. I mean, he was like a troubled Hollywood kid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he had problems with drugs, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
But I always felt that John Connor had so much more affection towards his mom than Sarah had.
Well, yeah.
Because remember, like in the first Terminator
That's
movie,
true.
she slept with Michael Biehn, who and basically that set in motion the series of okay, well, you're the person who's gonna.
What was the husband's name? Or what was his name?
I forgot the guy who came back from the future, and then Arnold walks in and it's like, oh, by the way, this is the same guy that terrorized you in part one, but hey, mom, he's cool.
That was
Yeah.
so awesome. And it's so crazy to think that...
How she got her start.
no.
Because she was the epitome of femininity, just like a year earlier
What,
when
in
she was on Beauty and the Beast.
No,
she was beautiful and beautiful.
Did you think...
It's not like she wasn't beautiful.
When you watched Terminator 2, like for the first time, did you know that Arnold was going to be a good guy? Because the previews don't show that.
Oh, in T2? Everybody
Yeah.
knew that. Because the Guns N' Roses song came out, and they even like indicated it's like, okay, the Terminator is coming back. There's another one who dresses like a cop, and he's made of liquid metal, and he can turn himself into anything. But Arnold comes back, and Arnold is actually the good guy.
See, it's crazy because when you watch the previews of Terminator 2,
Because the son sent Arnold back.
you don't see that. They never spoil the fact that he's good. And then for the first 35 minutes of the film, you don't know that he's good until he grabs John in the mall. You know what I mean? Because there's a scene where they're coming
remember
and
what
he's
he
carrying
says
the
when he-
shotgun. Not remember.
No, he says to Sarah Connor, he goes in there, he's like, come with me if you want to live.
Reese, what's his name?
Reese, Kyle
Yes.
Reese, right?
Yeah.
Kyle. Yes.
One of Michael Bihn's many
Military
roles.
roles.
Yeah, military, specifically like Navy SEAls, but also for James Cameron.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, that's cool. That's a good list.
Oh, wait, I got one more.
You
if
guys
can.
still.
I got one more too.
Oh, okay.
Jason
Go
has
ahead.
like 10 more.
Okay. Oh, your turn, Uncle Ken.
How about jeez. Now I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
But were you going to say like the Mother of Dragons?
No.
Daenerys?
No, the mother of the kid in the Sixth Sense. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Haley Joel Osment's
I
mom?
don't remember who the mom was.
The mom, the one that what's her name? Bruce Willis was.
I don't remember who the mom was. I just remember Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment.
Okay. Anyway.
I can't think of who.
Anyway,
Okay, my
she
final
got
one.
nominated for something later on, but
I don't
she
even
was a
remember
great
who the mom
actress. Yeah.
Okay, my final mom, and I saved this one specifically for last, an actress who you might not recognize her name, but Randy Heller. She played Lucille Larusso in 1984 as the Karate Kid.
Ooh.
I mean,
Okay.
Raised her son in New Jersey, good old-fashioned Italian values, single mom, moved halfway across the country in a car to Reseda, California, which is not apparently like, you know, I mean, I looked at it, I was like, wow, this place is cool. They've got like the water slide park, and they've got like, you know, this really cool apartment building. There's karate dojos all over the place. Took a job as a single mom to make a better life for her son. Worked at a restaurant where she said she was getting a promotion as a manager. Took a nighttime computer class. And she actually went to her son's sporting event. She taught Elizabeth Shue, oh, come on, girl, come in the back. Now, punch it! Taught the daughter how to push start a car. And Rob Macchio was like, oh my God, I'm trying to go on a date with Elizabeth Shue, and my mom's teaching me like how to pop the clutch.
I mean, I guess I gotta let that go, right?
You gotta love how that's a loving mom right there.
I mean, it is. I mean, none of those things are. I guess.
Daniel, show me your baby browns. Come on, show me your baby browns. And then he's like, Mom, I got a black eye. Who did that to you?
Oh yeah, it's wearing the shades, right?
Yeah, he's wearing the shades. And dude, Karate Kid's such a good and such a good movie, and I'll always remember the mother's performance in that because she was not a major character. I mean, because you know she didn't have as much scenes as as Pat Morita or Elizabeth Shue.
Oh yeah, she wasn't a major character at all.
But the scene she was in, she really emphasized the fact that it's like wow. And I remember that he's like, why can't we just go home? Yeah. I want to go home. I want to go back to Jersey. And she's like, hey, this is our home now.
Yeah, so you got beat up by like 8 kids with the dance.
Okay.
Well,
now
okay.
Cobra Kai is now in season 2 on YouTube YouTube TV if you subscribe to it. Where do you guys stand on the long-standing theory that it's not actually Daniel's fault that he got beat up? That Daniel was actually the bad guy in Karate Kid.
No, it's not a theory.
The Cobra Kai guys did nothing wrong.
Theory. That is not.
They never messed with him. He always instigated. Like on that first, you've watched Karate Kid, right? The original, right, Asha?
I think so.
Okay, the original scene, like on the beach, they're all just barbecuing, they're hanging out. He hits on Allie, who technically was still with Johnny at the time.
Does he know that she's with somebody?
He does, and he's macking on her. And then, like in school, when they're at that dance and everything like that,
whatever, it's the girl's fault.
Johnny was like smoking a joint or something like that in the bathroom. Daniel goes over there and then hooks up and splashes water. Dude, it's his fault.
I know. Okay, so that was a point where maybe he that particular scene.
He walks into their dojo and causes trouble when they're training, and then Johnny walks over to Kreese again, another guy named Kreese. And he's like, hey, man, that's a guy that like messed up. And by the way, that old man's the reason why like so many of us are like messed up today. I am of that. You know, I really didn't believe like a lot of theories from the 80s, like about the fact that Karate Kid was Daniel LaRusso's fault, that he was the antagonist, and also that the theory about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that all happened in his head. Anyway, that has nothing to do with being a mother.
You know what? But this has been a great episode of the ReelTalk podcast. What were your most iconic mothers in movies? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for next week when we cover other interesting topics about movies. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, Tango Theaters, where you can watch Detective Pikachu.
Ma.
Or Ma, which is coming out soon, right?
Speaking of, that one looks really good. We saw that. Okay,
that looks creepy as hell.
Was I more motivated to watch it? Because the three of us watched it when we watched Pet Sematary.
You were way more motivated to watch it than us.
Probably.
I thought it looked really interesting.
I mean, it is pretty. Is that Octavia Spencer?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that should
good.
be coming out soon.
I want to watch it.
So definitely check
Not a
that
horror
out.
movie, right? But like a thriller?
Yeah, it's
both maybe?
Thriller.
Yeah, more of a thriller.
Horror, yeah. Looks good. Looks pretty good.
We'll see.
Anyway, that's it for our podcast. We will see you guys next time.